Hey there fellow YouTubers, this is Steven Lopez of Stelo Productions, and welcome to Ride Riffs. Today's episode is Alice in Wonderland. Now here's another personal favorite of mine, Walt Disney's 1951 animated film, Alice in Wonderland. I really like this movie because of how bizarre it can be with its crazy visuals, and its plot just seems to go all over the place in a rather humorous way. Plus, who could ever forget this sequence?
A very merry birthday
To me?
To you!
A very merry birthday
For me?
for you.
Now blow the candle out, my dear, and make your wish come true.
A very merry birthday to you.
The ride, although, is not as old as the opening day dark ride attractions at Fantasyland, but it's still a pretty old attraction either way, as it first opened in 1958. And as you can see by the pictures I'm showing you here, the ride looked way different back then. Then, in 1983, they refurbished the ride to the one that we all know today. But that wasn't all, because recently in 2014, they refurbished it yet again to add animated projections on certain walls. It just comes to show you how all out they wanted to go. So, will this ride keep the test of time? Let's find out. Oh, by the way, here's a shocker. The ride actually starts at the beginning of the source material's running time. Well, gee, it wasn't that hard, was it, Imagineers? So it starts just like the story would. Alice follows the white rabbit and eventually falls down the rabbit hole, where Alice then sees... Oh wow, Alice, you're really tripping, aren't you? What was in that tea you just drank? Ew. Anyway, we come across the doorknob, and he allows us to find the white rabbit. Well, if only Alice had it that much easier in the movie. After the doorknob, we are met with Tweedledee and Tweedledum, who tell us...
It went this way. No, that way. Over there. That way.
Both ways.
Alright, I don't care which way the white rabbit went, let's just get on with it. We now see the white rabbit complaining about how late he is for his very important date. What was he late for anyway? To get on duty with the Queen? I will say that being late is a rather ridiculous thing to be worried about in this world that this insane story takes place in. We now see the flowers singing their golden afternoon song. Wait. Flowers? Singing? So then we see the caterpillar, who asks us who we are, and then all of a sudden he makes the flowers turn on us. Well, that asshole had to start something, didn't he? That son of a bitch! Now we go to Told You Would, and we ask the Cheshire Cat a question, but being the prick that he is, he plays games with us like saying,
I'm not sure where I am.
and now we see, whoa, wait, what the hell's going on here? Now we're in the Queen's courtyard, where we see the card soldiers marching, and now we finally see what the White Rabbit was so worried about being late for. Apparently he's so anxious to be a kiss-ass to the Queen. Anyway, we see the Queen of Hearts herself as she's playing croquet. And we know what the consequences are when the Queen loses. So, yep, the Queen loses the game and... Jesus, Queenie! What the hell did we do? I thought you were just going after Alice. Well, here we go again. Let's just escape this madhouse. Wait a minute. Was that Goofy? I swear, I did not edit that in there. That is actual ride audio. Go home, Goofy, you're drunk. Apparently, we're able to barge back into reality. Oh wait, never mind. We're back in our trip to Wonderland. Now we hear whistling kettles from the unbirthday sequence. Okay, I see two good things and one bad thing about this part. The good things are that the tea kettles do have a charming whistle sound to them, and it also celebrates everyone's own birthday there at Disneyland. The bad thing is, it's not the right place. It should be in the middle! Then we see the big table with a shitload of tea kettles, and we also see the Mad Hatter and March Hare as they are celebrating the fact that it's not their birthday.
It's not my birthday!
Then we see the big unbirthday cake right before it blows up in the White Rabbit's face. Well, what kind of cake did you think it was, you little asswipe? Shut up! You're such a kiss ass of the queen! Okay. So how does this ride hold up after our trip? Actually, it's a pretty good ride. Okay, I know it does have most of the similar problems that the other rides I riffed on had, but that doesn't mean it's not a great experience of a ride. I also recommend that you go on this ride if you're ever in Disneyland. Oh, and I really do mean Disneyland because it's not in the other parks. Yeah. This is Stephen Lopez of Stilo Productions, signing out. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go correct my dosage.